Okay, have I started? Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me. Hi everyone. Oh, Pucky's saying hello as well. I hope everyone's going really well. Again, I think I know a tease might be in the comments. Are you there, mate? Gigando Conlego Friends, I think, is in the comments already as well. Hi, Brett. If you're in the comments, just let me know if you can see and hear me. And Like Digital Magazine Greece is also in the comments as well, I think. So I hope everyone's going really well. Hope that you're enjoying your weekends so far. Obviously, it is Saturday evening here for me. So I'm really looking forward to building up the party boat. I'm still a little bit nervous about live streaming, so I still don't know whether or not things are necessarily working or whatever. But you were all so kind to me last time that I have been really looking forward to doing this stream as well. So, yay! Oh, the Lego room's here as well. Hi, Amy. Hi, Mark. How are you going? It's great that you're both here. Fantastic. How is everyone? Are you all enjoying your Saturdays? I think for most of you it's Saturday morning. Is that right? Cool. Alrighty. And you now all know what I look like as well. So I thought I don't know whether or not you can really call this a face reveal though, because there's not much to reveal. And I hadn't ever decided not to show my face, but I just thought that everyone was much more interested in Lego rather than me. So yeah. Oh, and Gingando Con Lego is here as well. Hola. Congratulations on your 400 subscribers as well. That's fantastic. You must be so pleased. Cool. Okay. A few more people are saying hello. Gigando Con Lego friends. Hello. I hope you're well. Gune. It's lovely to have you here, buddy. How are you? Hope you're well. I've been really looking forward to streaming again, so it's great to see that you're all here. I will move around to my usual spot to build though, because this is a bit awkward. I have to slump down to get into camera shot. And as any of you who've watched any of my videos will know that I'm not the best at filming. I still get things a little bit fuzzy and a little bit all over the place as well. Mama's Bricks is here as well. Hello, how are you? I thought are you still camping, or are you home from camping, or are you just watching YouTube videos while camping, Mama's Bricks? That was a lot of questions that I was firing at you. Oh, yes, Corne. A sort of a face reveal. Not really, I don't know. I never thought anyone would be that interested in seeing what I look like. But here I am. So, yeah. Oh, Emily says hi as well. Hi, Emily. How are you? It's lovely to see that you're in the chat as well. Hope you guys are having a lovely morning. Yeah, sort of a face reveal. I thought I'd just tear the Band-Aid off and get it over and done with. Especially knowing that I have a very lovely group of subscribers and wonderful viewers, but I do tend to just tick along quite slowly when it comes to getting the numbers up there. So yeah, awesome. Great. Standalone Bricks, hello, how you going, mate? It's great to see you in the chat again. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty. I think what I might do is I might just scooch around a little bit and then we can start building, because obviously this set is so gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to this pink flamingo spectacular flotation device thingy bob. And we've also got like another little water ski thing going on. So I'm so excited to get building. I'm not too sure whether or not this one's going to be another long one though. So as more people pop into the chat, I will duck down and say hello again so that nobody misses out on the piece reveal. But I can't build from that angle. It's very awkward. And as I'm getting a little bit older, it's harder for me to be able to read comments from that far away as well. So how is everyone going this week? What's been happening with you guys? I know that GigandoCon Lego hit a fantastic 400 subscriber count. Brett, I think that you reached your 100 subs recently as well, didn't you, mate? Cool. Mama's Bricks said that they came back from camping yesterday, so that's really lovely. I hope you had a good time. I saw lots of photos on Instagram. Right. That's actually still in the shot. Let's move that out the way so it looks pretty. Alrighty. Cool. Hi, LG. Great to see you here. Oh, I'll duck in and say hello to you as well. There was a little bit of a face reveal earlier, if you can call it that. Oh, excellent, Standalone Bricks. I always think that there is something to be said about the quality of subscribers as well. It is very nice to have the numbers there, but if people aren't watching your videos, then it seems a bit silly, doesn't it? So for those of us in the chat, make sure that we go over and support Standalone Bricks. I'm not even sure whether or not I've subscribed to you yet, Standalone, either. I got quite confused and a bit dazed during the 72-hour live stream, where I think I came across a lot of new channels. I think, Brett, that might have been when I sort of came across you as well. And for some reason, I only subbed to your channel, I think last week or this week or something. So it's always worthwhile to go in and double check and make sure that we're subscribing to the people that support us and look out for us and all of those sorts of things, isn't it? We have 3, 4, 6 bags by the looks of things. So is that more or less than last time? Cornate, you'll have to keep track of everything for me again this week, mate. Let me know if there's more or less bags than last week, since you're very good. Yes, exactly. Oh, fantastic. Yes, Lego Room. I absolutely love your channel. And I will actually say that I have been watching a lot of videos, but I still can't figure out how to connect my smart TV to my phone. So commenting and liking things is still a bit tricky. Atiz, I really need your support. Okay. Oh, we're getting the new beach house in the next stream. Yes. Well, the tricky thing with that, Corday, is that I actually already built it, but on a different stream. So I was fortunate enough to guest on a few people's different streams, and I did actually end up building that gorgeous, you mean the beach house with the pop-up DJ thing in the roof with Andrea in it, and then they've got like the little paddle boat car. If you mean that one, I've actually already built it. But on a different stream. I think that I might have built that one on one of the streams that I did with Family Bricks. So, yeah, it's going to get a little bit tricky because I'm not entirely sure what sets I've got to be able to build for live streaming. So we may have to get a little bit creative over the next few weeks as well, because stupidly, well, not stupidly, I just get overexcited and I build, and I build them too quickly. Yes, the Lego Room does have a great channel. I completely agree with that. Brett's builds, you'll probably like Mark's channel, because at the moment Mark's doing a lot of Star Wars stuff, but if you go back through his channel, he had a beautiful Lego city with trains in it. So I think that there's definitely a lot of bonding to be done amongst these channels that have train enthusiasts in them, much like myself, who has become a recent train enthusiast now that I've been building up some little trains. So there we have Andrea. Are you going to focus today? No, not going to focus. Maybe back here? No, still not going to focus. Nope, not focusing. Come on. Okay, well, I might not be able to show Andrea then, but to be fair, I don't think that she's wearing a new outfit, but I am hoping that you guys can see hopefully you can see Emma's top though, because this top that Emma's got is really cute. So I definitely want to try and get this one in focus. Yeah, it is the same one as in the resort corner. So, oh, there we go. Focus. So you can see there that on Emma's top, as it fades in and out of focus, because let's be real, if it's a webcam for me, it's definitely going to be in and out of focus. It's got like little octopuses on it, little white ones and little pink ones, which is so cute. So I think that that's a really gorgeous top. Although I will say that the flesh tone between the top and the neck piece is not very well printed. It almost looks like it's transparent, or it's like a bit of mesh. It doesn't really look like a flesh tone properly. Does that make sense? Yes. So and then Emma's going to have the camera. So I have been working on a few different things recently, Corne. I have been doing some stuff for some more like mocks and more original builds, but I've also gone off on a little bit of a weird tangent where I've ended up not really doing much stuff for my city or my frozen section of my city. I've ended up sort of building this sort of cafe and shop, which is a little bit based on the DC Superheroes Girls Harley Quinn cafe set. But I was also a little bit inspired by the Spider-Man Sanctum Sanctorum set that we got a few years ago with the Avengers sets. So it's sort of a bit of a mashup between those two sets, but but also with a lot more colour. So it's sort of like a bit of a cool, I don't know, it's sort of like a bit of a strange thing to describe. But as I am, because I know that I don't have that many sets to build in live streams at the moment, one of the things that I thought that I might do is possibly next week, we can probably, well, not next week, but in the next 2 weeks, we might be able to build up, say, a few of the smaller friend sets, because I do have some of those that we can build. And then, so I think I've got the hairdressers that I've still got to build. I also got the little cafe that was recently released. I think, Amy, that was the one that you were building. And then I've also got like a couple of older sets from a few years ago. So I thought maybe if we do those 3 next time. And then the other thing that I thought might be quite good fun would be to then maybe do like a Disney princess build session as well, because I still haven't built Moana's island set. And then hopefully I'll also be able to get hold of the new Disney princess sets as well, which will be the Rapunzel Castle or the Rapunzel Tower, and then the little cottage for Sleeping Beauty. So I was sort of thinking of that. The other thing that I thought might be kind of cool to do as well, if you guys are interested, so let me know how you're thinking about those options, is whether or not we do a bit of a like an elf shelf build. So I do want to start my next elf shelf soon. So yeah, so I thought that might be quite good fun to actually get all my parts out and to sit here and chat to you guys while I do a bit of an elf shelf build. So there's a few different things. Oh, the other thing that I also have ordered that is in the post is the latest troll set as well. So I thought that that might be quite good fun as well to build on a stream, because that's a bigger set as well. Oh, Brickish is here. Hi, Brickish. How you going? Yeah. So everyone's really loving Emma's look. Yes, I agree. It's really nice to get like new tops and new items as well for the mini dolls. Oh, fantastic, Brett's builds. That's great. I always like to hear that people have been mocking stuff up and doing those sorts of things. So hopefully you'll post videos when you're ready on those items. And I'm also curious to hear how Mark from the Lego Room has been going with his Star Wars builds. I hope that you've been enjoying doing those as well, Mark. I have been watching your videos, but I don't know whether or not I have been remembering to go back into the comments and comment and like from my phone, because I'm not very technical when it comes to that stuff. It's been terrible. Oh, excellent. I'm glad that you're looking forward to the next elf shelf. Let me know if you would like to be involved in seeing that being built up, maybe on a live stream or something in the future. I think that would probably be quite good fun to be able to do something like that, hopefully, once I get more of my confidence up. So I don't know why, I'm still a bit nervous doing live streams. I'm also hoping to be able to invite guests on as well. That's the other thing that I'd like to do, but I think I just need to get things sorted in my own mind about how to do all this stuff before I drag some other poor person into this experience. Right, where can I put this? That's a better spot for it. Okay. Right. Cool. Oh, good. I'm glad that everyone's looking forward to my elf shelf. Yeah, I absolutely love the elf scene. As many of you know, I was really heartbroken when they finished that theme. But, you know, I think that it is nice that once we've got the sets, or once we sort of, you know, can get hold of the instructions or whatever, then we can create our sort of own versions of that, which is one of the reasons why I am so happy about being able to do my elf shelf series, because then it just means that sort of the theme continues on for me. I continue to get to enjoy it and build with it. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, good. Yes. Yes, Mark, I do believe that your builds are, if not lifelong journeys, year-long journeys. So no rush, no pressure. It's always just, I think hopefully most people understand that when I ask after your builds, you know that there's no pressure for that. Especially since many of you can vouch for the slowness of some of my builds as well. So that's really cool. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Gigando Con Lego. Your channel is amazing as well. It's very good fun watching your videos. I don't speak very much Spanish, if any Spanish at all, but I still enjoy watching your videos because they are lots of fun. So yeah, oh good. Well, it looks like a lot of you are happy to have maybe an elf shelf live stream. It might not be quite as prolific as building up a set with instructions. You'll see just how slow I build my mocks. But I think in some ways that's still quite nice. I was streaming with Matt from Family Bricks last night as well, and Kaz from Blockhead UK, she was on that stream too. And she's been doing a lot of building for the Lego Dots house version 2. And it was still really enjoyable to sit there and watch her sort of just put together patterns on plates and have a bit of a chat and all of those sorts of things. So I think that there's, you know, more to be said about sort of live streaming than necessarily what you're building. Yes, Corne, I was actually watching that video as I was getting ready for this live stream, so I saw that. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to get hold of a Polish mini doll though, so I may need to do some investigations around how likely it is for me to be able to get hold of that mini doll from Poland all the way to Australia without, you know, having to rob a bank or something. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that mini doll as well, Corne? And has anyone else in the chat seen that video with that mini doll that we're discussing? Let me know if you have or you haven't. I was very excited to see that particular video. I absolutely love the mini dolls, and I completely agree with Claire from Brick Emotion. It was a Brick Emotion video, and we definitely do need more mini dolls with sort of different skin tones and different looks to them and that sort of stuff as well. So there's not very many outfits for the mini dolls with either Andrea's skin tone or Olivia's skin tone. Yes. Oh, I agree. It is really unfair. It's really unfair to only have mini dolls available to one country. I think there's been a similar thing with the minifigure, the Supergirl minifigure that's only going to be available in the USA by fan poll or whatever it is. So you can enter a draw to win that minifigure, but only if you're in the United States. And I just sort of go, that's a bit unfair as well. Hi, Tees. How are you? Yes. So Brickish, if you haven't seen the mini doll, she is really cute. She's got the same skin tone as Olivia, but a different face print. She has cute little freckles. She also has a fantastic pink hairpiece, which I haven't seen on a mini doll before. So, oh, it's Poison Ivy's hair. Yes, Cornet, it is completely Poison Ivy's hair. I knew that I'd recognise that hair before, but instead of it being red like Poison Ivy, it's pink. She has a gorgeous lavender top, which looks absolutely amazing. It's very similar to a lavender top that we saw on Andrea a few years ago, but not identical. And it's also got like a little pattern on the top of a castle, which is also super cool. So that's sort of quite unique as well. And then she has an azure skirt with teal leggings and purple trainers. So sort of very a lot of very different parts that we haven't seen with that skin tone or on any other minifig either. So yes, so it is a bit awkward when they do those sort of region exclusive things. I think the thing that was sort of quite interesting about the Chinese New Year sets was that I sort of thought to myself, oh, that's really cool, I might be able to get hold of them. And I was really keen to buy them, but they weren't actually available online. So while those sets were available in the Australasian region before Lego then released them elsewhere, they were only available in stores. And in Perth, I don't know whether or not you guys have heard me complain about this in the past, but we don't have a Lego store in Perth. So I literally sat there online refreshing for the Lego store so that I could buy one each of the New Year sets, and I couldn't get hold of them until I realised that it was, you had to actually physically purchase them. I think that there were some of those Chinese New Year sets available in one of the department stores, I think in either Melbourne or Sydney, or it might have been both. But I didn't know about that either. So I didn't get any of those sets, even though they were exclusive to my region. So there's our little flamingo for this set. I think I like the idea of putting the flamingo in the flamingo though. And here's Ethan, who is our boy mini doll for this set. And he's got a really cool top on as well. So I really want you guys to see it. Come on, focus. There we go. Can you see that it's got like little pale lavender like palm trees on his singlet, on his tank top? So that's really cool as well. And then his trousers are that teal colour, that gorgeous teal colour. So he's a really cool looking mini doll as well. And there's even a little bit of detail on the back of his top as well. So that's actually a really nice print. But once again, the white is kind of translucent as well. So that's a bit of a sexy tank top. Cool. Yes, I completely agree. I really like Ethan's new top as well. Any new outfit, I am just like a moth to a flame to a new friend's outfit. I don't know who else is the same, but I just get so excited over any sort of new tops and prints and those sorts of things. I just am very carried away with that sort of stuff. Brickish, there are a few there are a few boys that pop up in different Lego Friends sets, not super often, and they tend to sort of pop up in the larger sets as well. Corne, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that you know a lot of this stuff as well. Oh, well, anyone in the comments obviously can feel free to add to the conversation. But yeah, it does seem to me that a lot of the time the boys only appear in the larger sets. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And I was always under the impression that Ethan had black hair. Oh, no, he's brown hair. Oh, and I think that he's usually got the sand green hoodie as well, doesn't he? So it is nice that we've got a new outfit for him, finally, eventually. So, yeah. Cool. Oh, it's good to see that you guys are subbing to each other. It is really nice to get that support from the community. I think, Brett, you made that comment earlier, didn't you? Because you're quite new to our lovely little community. So it's been so good to see you pop up and drop into chats and all of those sorts of things on a regular basis. It took me, quite a while to actually strike up the courage to actually comment on videos on YouTube, and then it took me quite a while to actually make my first video as well. So I'm a bit of a slow mover when it comes to that sort of thing. I'm just reading Corne's comment. I'll post it up here so everyone can read it at the same time, so you know why I've gone silent. So Ethan and River, I think that it would be so cool to try and get River as a mini doll. I know that I've had a request for me to make a River mini doll, and I said that I would give it a go, but I have a funny feeling that that's going to be a harder challenge than what I first thought. So, and it took ages for me to make my Aladdin mini doll, and there were, a few parts that were actually quite similar to what I wanted to be able to use. And so it wasn't too much of a stretch. And then literally, I think a month after I had made my Aladdin mini doll, Lego launched the images for one of their new Princess Jasmine sets, and there was an Aladdin in that. So I'm sort of like going, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to spend hours and weeks making my fantastic River mini doll only to then be usurped by an official Lego mini doll. And I think Claire from Brick Emotion had a very similar experience when she actually made her Tiana mini doll. Was that then shortly after she'd made her beautiful Tiana, there was the official one that came out. Yes, like Digital Magazine Greece also wants to see River in some sets too. Yeah, I think that he is a real, again, I don't really watch the cartoon, but I just think that he looks like a really cool character to have as added in to the mix. I think that it just looks like something a little bit different, a different looking sort of boy mini doll. I always like it when we get sort of different characters and extra faces, like even when we got Lottie, who ran the cafe for the go-karting series. That was really cool. I really liked having her added in to like their little mini doll sort of collection. So anytime that we can get another sort of mini doll would be great. And I think that another sort of like boy character would be really cool as well. So that would be fantastic. Yeah, yes. So Liam from the Catamaran for River. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that, Corne. That would be, it would probably be really cool to have a bit of an antagonist as well. So we'll have to wait and see if we are going to get more characters in any of the sets. I'm just going to have to jump up quickly because Pucky wants to go outside. So I'm just going to let him outside, but I won't be long. It's not very far to go. And I'll just continue to shout at you so that you're not just listening to silence. But I have to look after my little Puckster boy. So hello, Kaz. Here we go. Hello. I have done a little bit of a face reveal today. So for those of you who weren't in the chat at the beginning, I did actually stop by and say hello to everyone. Although I don't know whether or not it's much of a face reveal, but it is probably quite nice to see what I look like. It just wasn't something that I thought about. And Brickish is going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons with this comment. Now, we do have to remember that it's all about preference. As we all know, you can't hate a toy. It is very much about whether or not we prefer one to the other. And I think for the most part, like I think, Kaz, you and I have sort of discussed this topic on a few different streams as well. It is literally just sort of down to preference. I think a lot of the time, like, I mean, I grew up with minifigs. So that's what I sort of had when I was a child. That's what was around, obviously, up until 2012. And I think that, you know, the minifigs are really cute. And there are some minifigs that I just sort of find really quite adorable. Like, I am so happy that I was able to get, like, the Wizard of Oz minifigs. And I think that those sort of 4 minifigs are really cute. I was also able to track down a Wicked Witch. So I've sort of got like a little collection of 4 minifigs in that sort of little group. Again, I do have Hidden Side sets. I've got Avenger sets. I've got Harry Potter sets, and all of those sets have minifigs. Last night on Family Bricks stream with Kaz, I was building one of the Harry Potter sets, and I was so excited to get Bellatrix Lestrange as a minifig. But I also think that the mini dolls are really cute. Like, all the sets that I am drawn to have the minifigs in them. Like, I just absolutely love the Friends colour palette. I love the Elves colour palette. I think that that's really beautiful. The DC Superhero Girls sets were amazing. Like, the Calypso Dark Palace is still one of my all-time favourite builds, and that came out of the DC Superhero Girls range. And again, I just sort of go, yeah, they're really cute. I thought that it was really nice that Lego Movie 2 had combined a land where minifigs and mini dolls live together. And I know that Mama's Bricks, that's how you have your city as well, isn't it? You've got them all jumbled in. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. So Blockhead UK prefers minifigs as well. But, and again, I just sort of go, it's even that thing where I have my mini doll sig fig, but I know in Kaz's city, she's got a minifig version of me in your city. And likewise, while Kaz has her sig fig as a minifig, I actually built Kaz as a mini doll for my city. So I just sort of go, it's just nice. I just think that this is one of the nice things about the community, is that we just, you know, it's a toy, it's fun, we enjoy building with it, it's creative, you know, and I do find it quite strange where people sort of do get a bit worked up about which ones. Yep. So Brickish prefers minifig, but doesn't bother that people love the mini doll. Yeah. Oh, yes. Sweet Mayhem is a fantastic minifig, and Balthazar the vampire as well. Excellent. And like Digital Magazine Greece is also saying the antagonist, Dr. Elva, would be really cool to become a mini doll. So that would be fantastic as well. Like Digital Magazine Greece, I'm going to have to come up with a little nickname for you, because that's a very big title. We might have to call you Digimag or something like that instead. So you can let us know if you've got a preference for a nickname for us to say for you. But I noticed even with my last live stream, I was getting very tongue-tied when I was talking about any of your comments. So you will have to forgive me a little bit if I am still tongue-tied this week. So LDMG. Even Kaz, even that for me is still like LDMG. Oh yeah, no, I might be able to get my tongue around that. I have a funny feeling that I might go LGMG though. So the D's and the G's will become very interchangeable. Yes, it will be interesting to see whether or not we get any skyscrapers for the Lego Friends line. Anyone who was in the chat last night, we were talking a little bit about the price points of different Lego sets. And I have noticed that the Lego Friends line has been coming out with larger sets over the past few years. I don't know if any of the rest of you have sort of noticed that, but I just sort of go, I think, so I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to see, because I remember, was it the first time that we got amusement park sets when there was sort of like the space theme? And I think that in that set, we got the roller coaster and the Ferris wheel all together in one big set. And I think at that stage, that was the most expensive Friends set that we'd seen, I think. Corné, you might know a bit about this as well. And again, feel free to add anything in the comments as well if you've got anything to add. And then this year, we sort of had this party boat, which was quite a big set. We got the Alpaca Mountain, which was also quite a big set. And we also got the water park, which was quite a huge set as well. So there was sort of, you know, 3 quite pricey sets with quite a lot of parts and that sort of stuff that came out in this wave. So, okay, thanks, Kaz. Thanks for stopping by, mate. It was really lovely to have you here. Digital magazine. Okay, we'll call you that then. That's good to know. Cool. Yes. Yeah, Kaz also mentioned in the stream last night that there seems to be the rumour about the Ninjago Gardens. So it will be very interesting to see that. But obviously those Ninjago sets, the Ninjago City and the docks are just absolutely gorgeous sets that Lego would be crazy not to expand on them. Absolutely crazy not to. So oh yeah, the Grand Hotel. That was definitely one of the big ones. What do you know what year that came out? Because that was quite early on as well. Was that before or after the amusement park? Some of those sets sort of have started to blur together for me a bit. So, yeah. So yeah, it is just sort of quite interesting to sort of see where things are going with the Friends line, because I think that it is very much that thing of we would only get sort of one huge set a year. Would that be correct in saying that? Whereas this year I noticed that, especially in this mid-year wave, is that it seems like we sort of got 3 quite sort of, you know, larger sets. So, yes. Oh, excellent. I'm glad Mum's Bricks is looking forward to the Ninjago Gardens. So, cool. Yes. So that's really good. And how's things going with your city, Mama's Bricks? I know that you've been on holiday, so you probably haven't been able to do much to your city, but you were putting in different levels and things like that the last time I saw what you guys were up to. So you'll have to give us a little bit of an update as to that. Okay, yes. So we had the Grand Hotel in 2015 and Friends launched in 2012. So it was sort of like that was the biggest set after the series had been running for 3 years. And then we got the amusement park in 2016 in the middle of the year. And I think that's what I remember is very much that in the middle of the year we would be getting like the bigger set for Friends, like we'd get one big set in the middle of the year with the Friends stuff. So, oh, okay, there we go. Digital Magazine has got some inside knowledge on the Ninjago City Gardens. So we've got the Ninjago 10-year anniversary coming up. So that's going to be very exciting. And that's going to also be the part of the legacy line. Yeah, so that sort of makes more sense hearing that. Got to make sure that I put my bubbles on the right tile. Not that it matters because obviously we can just move the tile over if I do get it wrong, but it's nice to make an effort to do my stickers correctly. So 10-year anniversary for Ninjago. So that's a huge milestone as well for a Lego theme. And have we had, I'm not really up on any of the rumours to do with Ninjago, but do we know that it's confirmed that it is actually finishing, or is that just suspicion because of Monkey Kid and it being around for 10 years and whatnot? So it would be quite interesting to sort of see how things are going on with that and find out a bit more of the details to do with that. I have always really liked the Ninjago theme, but I just can't collect everything, like none of us can, obviously. So, and obviously because of the elves theme, I've always enjoyed the dragons, and I think that Ninjago also has dragons, so I can see that that would be where I would find things sort of a bit appealing as well. Hi. Oh, Tayshawn. Hi, Tayshawn. How are you, mate? It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well over in the States. And you're enjoying your Saturday morning? Is it morning? It must be morning there for you, mate. Cool. Mum's Bricks has been... Oh, okay. So Mum's Bricks has been quite busy camping. So obviously you can't be in two places at once. And I have noticed that you did take quite a few Lego sets camping with you, but probably it would be a bit extreme to take your entire city. So you're just waiting for carpentry. Okay, so we know now, it seems like Ninjago, everyone's saying that Ninjago's staying around, so that's good to hear. Obviously, I think that would be, if people are still enjoying it and if people are still buying it, then it makes no sense for Lego to get rid of that in any time soon at all, does it? And Tayshawn's having a lovely Saturday morning. That's good. Corne is saying that Monkey Kid is just an added extra to attract a different market, which is kind of what I heard as well. And I do think that the Journey to the West legend that Monkey Kid is based on is quite a popular theme story in China. So And I keep always wanting to call Monkey Kid Monkey Magic because I grew up with the Monkey Magic TV show, which is also based on the Legend to the West story. Does anyone else here know anything about Monkey Magic? Because that's probably going to show my age. I've shown my face, and now I'm going to be showing my age tonight by talking about Monkey Magic. So Ninjago will still be going for at least the next 4 years. Yes. Taishon is saying Ninjago was one of the best-selling themes, so obviously it's not going to go anywhere if it's still doing really good sales. And then, has anyone seen the leaked images of the new Diagon Alley? Yes, I have, and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to get hold of it. Earlier today, I was really pleased because I was having a look around for a couple of the more expensive sets that I've been wanting to get hold of for ages, and one of those is the micro-scale Hogwarts, and I have actually been able to order that from the online Lego store. It had been out of stock for ages, and it had been out of stock in all the other department stores that were carrying it, and I was thinking to myself, I might not be able to get hold of this one. In Matt's live stream last night, one of our little chatters was trying to decide whether or not to get hidden side sets or the diner, and so most of us were saying go with the diner because that seems to be harder to find. And so today I was having a look to see if I would be able to find the diner for myself. I wasn't able to find that anywhere. And so then when I was on the Lego store and I saw that Hogwarts had come up back into being available, it had been out of stock for ages, I thought I'd better grab it. So I have ended up treating myself to a very expensive Lego set. But at the moment, that's the only recent Harry Potter, like in the most recent wave of the Wizarding World stuff, that I don't have. So I'm really looking forward to being able to get hold of that. I'm absolutely going to love the Diagon Alley set, but I can also see here that the price is monstrous, which it is. It's going to be awful to have to hand over that. So then I guess the good news is that now that I know that it's available, I will have to start saving up for it now. So, you know, or I might, yes, we'll just have to figure out some sort of payment plan in order to be able to get hold of the Diagon Alley set. Is anyone else looking forward to getting hold of the Diagon Alley? Is anyone else like a little bit of a Potterhead like me? I'm also really curious as to whether or not anyone knows what your Hogwarts house is. So let me know if you know what your Hogwarts house is. I'd be very curious to find out. Oh, Taishon can finally live stream on your phone. Oh, Taishon, you'll definitely have to start streaming. And maybe once you get a bit more comfortable with streaming, you're much younger than me, so you'll probably take to it like a duck to water and be like fantastic at streaming straight away. We might have to stream together, which would be loads of fun. So I was saying a little bit earlier that now that I feel a bit more confident with streaming, hopefully I'll be able to start having a few guests on, because I think that would be really enjoyable. Unfortunately, Brett used to watch Monkey Magic, so I'm not alone in knowing what Monkey Magic is. I absolutely loved that show as a kid. It was one of my all-time favourites, and my brother and I were just obsessed with being Monkey Magic. Although I'm pretty sure that because he's older than me, he was always Monkey and I was either relegated to Pixie or Sandy, depending on how I was feeling on the day. I think more often I had to be Pixie because we used to be able to get hold of a rake for my weapon a lot easier than Sandy's sort of staff type thing. So, yes. That was always funny. Yes, Mum's Bricks is also complaining about the price. Yes, oh, definitely. Oh, yes, Tayshawn, you've just got such a great channel. Again, for any of you guys that haven't seen Tayshawn's channel, definitely go and check it out. Tayshawn does absolutely amazing mocks. He is you're such a fantastically creative builder. And I really enjoy the mocks that you put together. And you are also really great at your stop motion stuff. And the past couple of videos of yours that I've seen where you've been building your mock, you've been sort of doing it in a bit of a stop motion style as well. So if anyone hasn't checked that out, definitely go ahead and check out Tayshawn's channel. It's loads of fun, lots of great builds, very cool. So, yeah, which would be lovely. Oh, Brett's builds, you're a Slytherin. Oh, Slytherins. Slytherin, I think, is one of those sort of misrepresented houses. I think that because of all the stuff to do with the evil wizards, you know, that have all come from Slytherin, and all the stuff to do with the pure blood and, you know, all of that sort of stuff, is that Slytherin's got a very bad reputation. But we also have to remember that Snape is one of the most beautifully complex characters ever developed, I think, in any sort of story. And he was also a Slytherin and was terribly loyal to Lily Potter and just loved her for always. And, you know, I just sort of think that there is a lot to be said for Slytherins, and I think that it would be really nice to have a bit more of a redemption arc for Slytherin. And I think that a lot of the time people jump to that conclusion of evil Slytherins. Oh, another Ravenclaw chord, eh? You and I, my friend, are therefore in the same Hogwarts house, because I am also a Ravenclaw, in case anyone couldn't already tell that by my sort of quirky Ravenclaw type nature. So I am also really enjoy watching a lot of like the Harry Potter YouTube videos as well. So I've been catching up on some of my Harry Potter folklore videos, which are really good fun to watch. I think that that's, yeah, I just think that it's such a great series. And I am, really looking forward to the Diagon Alley. Have any of you guys seen any of the Harry Potter CMFs yet? Have you guys got any of those where you're at, or do you know if they've been released or launched or anything like that in your countries yet? Because I think that I saw on Instagram that Heather's Bricks has got hers. She already had put up her little picture frame. So she frames all her CMF series. And so she'd done her Harry Potter CMF frame. But I don't think that we've got them here in Australia yet. So we seemed to end up with the Harry Potter sets before the US, but now I don't know whether or not we're going to end up with the CMFs. Yeah. Oh, okay, Tayshawn. Yeah, I've seen them. Like, people have got them, obviously. Some people have got them from various random places. But yeah, I just haven't seen any in Australia yet. So I'm not too sure whether or not I haven't been looking in the right places, or whether or not it hasn't arrived because of all the stuff that's going on in the world at the moment. I think that sometimes shipments and factories and all of that sort of stuff is getting a little bit trickier to navigate. So we shall see. I am keeping my eyes out because I would like to get hold of those as well. So Mum's Bricks, you haven't seen them in the Netherlands yet, but you know that they have them in the US. Yes. So hopefully a few... Yeah, I've never tried butterbeer either. I know that there's a few recipes on YouTube, and some of my Harry Potter YouTubers that I watch have made butterbeer or gone to the Hogwarts, the Harry Potter worlds and all of those sorts of things that they have. I know that there's one in London. A few of my friends have gone to the one in London. And I think there's one in Florida as well, I think. And I'm pretty sure that there's places in both of those locations that do sell butterbeer, but I've not tried it either. But I do like iced tea, so we can just pretend that that's what's in those parts. Get creative with it. Use our imagination, since that's part of what happens when we're building with Lego anyway, isn't it? That we have to have a bit of creativity and sort of let go of reality. Suspend reality for just a little while. Obviously, in my Lego city, I have mermaids, so that's definitely where reality does get sort of suspended as well. Rightio, now we're just adding in our little sections down the bottom. And for those of you who do know what your Hogwarts house is, Brett and Corne, did you guys go on and find out what your Patronuses are as well, or not? I did the whole lot. So I know what my wand would be. I know what my Patronus would be. I know that I'm in Ravenclaw. It was actually quite funny at my previous workplace. I think that just about every single employee found out what their Hogwarts house was. We sort of encouraged everyone to go onto the website and discover what Hogwarts house they were in. So there were quite a few Gryffindors. There was myself and a couple of other people that were in Ravenclaw. We did have one Slytherin, but then one of our new workers was also Slytherin as well. So that was sort of quite interesting. And then the person that is the loveliest Hufflepuff of all time and is very Hufflepuff, refuses to be a Hufflepuff and desperately wants to be a Gryffindor or even a Ravenclaw. She did admit that she would accept being a Ravenclaw if it came down to that. Oh, just your house, Brett. That's okay. So, yes, I'm really happy that we also get Lily and James Potter. I think that was such a fantastic inclusion to have. Very, very well done. I also like that there is a second Bellatrix in the CMFs as well. So I'm really excited about that. And I even particularly like that we've got the sisters in the advent calendar that Ron and Harry went to the Yule Ball with. So I thought that was a really cool inclusion as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting the advent calendar minifigs and all the CMFs as well. So Brett just found out what his house is. So now you've got a task for the weekend. Brett, you can also go online and figure out what your wand would be and what your Patronus would be and all of that stuff. And Corne, it being almost like a typical Ravenclaw. No, went online and did the whole lot. Knows everything, which is fantastic. But of course, Corno, we're becoming more and more similar as time goes on. So you've got a sycamore wood wand with a dragon heartstring cord that's 11.5 with brittle flexibility, and your Patronus is a Tonkinese cat. My house is Ravenclaw. My wand is an ashwood wand with a unicorn hair core that's 11.25 inches long, that's quite bendy and flexible. And my Patronus is a red squirrel, just in case anyone was curious. So there we have a little bit more insight. You've got a face reveal, you've got a Harry Potter house reveal tonight, all sorts of madness is going on the adorable live stream. We've gone off on funny little tangents as well, of course, while I am creating my little Technic contraption to go inside of my boat. And this is going to be interesting because I don't know what this does yet. Obviously it spins, but I don't know why yet. So that's kind of cool. And so what other sets is everyone looking forward to getting? Have you guys got any ideas about anything that's coming up as to what you've got your eyes on, what you're looking forward to getting hold of? There's always a wish list that we have. And so, as you know, as I just said to you, I am feeling really blessed to have been able to cross off another one of my wish list items, which is the microscale Hogwarts house. And so that's really cool. And then on the back there, we get like a little life raft sticker, which is also a little bit different to the life ring stickers that we got last year for the marine rescue sets as well, because they had a lot more coral in them, didn't they? That bright neon coral colour. Oh, cool. Catching up on Ninjago, little Ninjago stories. So that's cool. I think that that's been the interesting thing with some of this sort of like restrictions and a bit more lockdown type stuff, is that we have actually been able to catch up on things, haven't we? I found that since I've been working from home, obviously because of lockdown, is that I have been able to watch a lot more live streams. So even while I'm working, I do actually find it a lot easier to concentrate on work while having a bit of background noise and that sort of thing. I also found that, like when I was studying as well, I always seemed to find it easier to write assignments and to do that sort of stuff when there was a little bit of background noise going on. Not so much with reading. If I have to read something, I really prefer it to be quiet so I can concentrate. But yeah, so it's been really nice to be able to sit down and then pop on a few live streams and sort of have them running throughout the day, because I'm not always able to watch everyone's live streams. So that's really cool. So yes, how long will we have to wait for Andrea's house? We've been patiently waiting for Andrea's house for years. We need to have Andrea's house. I really want to be able to see what her parents look like and get some more mini dolls and have like a bit more of a sort of funky looking DJ music house as well. I think that would be really cool. So yes, hopefully, surely we should be getting Andrea's house next. They can't put it off any longer, can they? I don't know. Hopefully, Corday, hopefully we'll get a gorgeous build for that. I thought that Mia's house was really gorgeous with the sort of Scandinavian look and a little bit more like an outdoorsy type thing. But yes, we definitely need Andrea's house as well. Yes, I'm really looking forward to the Friends Advent Calendar. I'm so excited that they've put mini dolls back into that, because it was like, I mean, obviously I still bought the Advent calendars anyway, but I really love having like the gorgeous little winter outfits on the mini dolls with their snuggly jumpers and all of that sort of thing. And it's going to be interesting to see the new like little elf microfigs and see how that sort of fits into it all as well. I think that that's going to be kind of cool to check that out. So yes, there's always the option of getting more than one. I think the thing that I also realised last year that was quite good to do, which will be interesting to see how that goes this year, because I know that Lego has been on the upswing of fun hobbies that people are really taking to this year. I know that last year I actually waited till the beginning of December to buy my Advent calendar. So I think that I waited until like the 3rd of December and then bought my friend's Advent calendar then, because they were on sale. I didn't want to wait too long. I didn't want to hedge my bets too far until I know that the price definitely goes down the closer to Christmas it gets, but I didn't want to risk that. But a little bit of a discount I was willing to sort of risk, but not quite all of it. So I'm not sure if we can get the mini dolls from the Advent calendar on Bricks or Pieces. I did have a look on Bricks and Pieces the other day, and I have been able to order all the colours of the jungle animals that I didn't get in my jungle cubes. The video will be coming out soon. Hopefully I'll be able to edit that this weekend, and hopefully I'll be able to put it up early in the week. But we'll see. We'll see how I go. And where was my thought going? Oh, yes. And so I did manage to track them down on Bricks and Pieces, those animals. But all the ones from the first two waves, the first two waves, all the animals from those 2 waves have already all sold out. So it might just depend on how quickly you jump in there. So cool. Cool, yes. Oh, yes, please. A little sister as well. The more family members, the better. Any chance to get more mini dolls is just, you know, that's what my heart is all about. I just would love to be able to get any opportunity to get more friends. Cool. What Lego Friends set would I like to see in the future? That's going to probably have me rambling on for the rest of the stream now that you've got me going with that. As many of you know, I do absolutely love my animals. So I think that it would be really great for Lego to continue to explore more opportunities to sort of include animals in their sets. Of course, me being very loyal to Australia, I would love to be able to see like possibly a set with a koala bear in it. I do think that koalas are super cute. And even possibly like a wombat, a kangaroo, and like a numbat or something. Like that would just be, and a platypus. That would just, you know, I just can't even get my words out thinking about that. So it would be amazing to be able to have like an Australian sort of theme with Australian animals in it. I think that would be so much fun. I also think on the last stream someone mentioned doing like a roller derby set, and I thought that that idea was really cool as well. So I would definitely like to see, you know, a bit more of that sort of thing as well, where we get to explore a few sort of different hobbies. The year that we got all the go-kart sets, I thought that that was just so much fun. Once I have done my temporary jungle themed area in my Lego city, and possibly also the temporary area for the amusement park, I think that it would be really cool to go back and revisit some of those go-kart sets as well, and sort of maybe do like something, a temporary area with the go-kart sets. So that would just be fantastic. Yes, exactly. Like, I know that you're not alone in that, Tayshawn, at all. Like, I do know that quite a few people either get the friend sets and modify them, or they part them out, because I think that quite often in the friend sets, they do have quite unique colours. And even, you know, a couple of months ago, I was talking to Jacob from the Brick Bakery, and you know, I even sort of, he was talking about the fact that he really likes 3D signs, and he sort of made a comment once around the fact that Lego doesn't seem to do very many 3D signs, and I was like, they do in Friends. We get all the 3D signs. We have loads. And he was like, oh my God, of course, I keep forgetting about Friends. And I think that it is one of those things where when you don't regularly get the sets or the themes, then you forget that you can actually look at them and draw inspiration from them. And that's one of the reasons why I think it's so nice to be able to like follow different channels. So, you know, there are channels that I follow that, you know, do have more of a focus on Ninjago stuff and micro building and great ball contraptions and the modulars, and, you know, Mark from, you know, the Lego Room does a lot of stuff with Star Wars. And I just sort of think to myself, it's really interesting to then, you know, see what other people are putting together and see what else, you know, what other sets look like and how people, you know, create things. Like, even quite often when I'm sat there building snow for my Frozen Elsa's Winter Wonderland, especially being Australian and not having a very comprehensive understanding, first-hand experience of building actual snow or seeing actual snow, quite often I was thinking to myself, like, how did Mark build his snow for his Hothmock? So, you know, I just sort of think to myself, it's just really cool to be able to sort of draw different inspiration from different places. And, you know, again, I also think that up until recently, a lot of the time the friend sets are at a more affordable price point as well compared to some of the other sets. So why not? If it works, if you need the parts, then why not? Okay, cool. That's all fitting in together, so that's good. So we do have our little spinny thing. It's spinning away. I love the idea for having shorter legs added to the mini doll line. I know that Ellie V has done her own modifications with that, and I thought that that was an absolutely brilliant idea. And I think that it's really cool to then be able to have, you know, mini dolls that are a little bit shorter and therefore a little bit younger. That's also one of the things that I think is really cool about the Harry Potter line, is that we do get to see the characters at different ages, so therefore at different heights as well. So I think that that would be absolutely amazing. So Corne wants to move to Australia at some stage. Yes, definitely. I think that it is really fantastic as a young person to be able to get out and explore the world and to travel and to experience different things, see different places. And even though I can't speak for all of Australia, I'd love to have you in Australia, even if you're nowhere near me or Perth or anything like that. So, yeah, throughout, I think when I was about 17 or 18, I moved away from the country up to Perth. And then when I was about 18 or 19, I lived in Sydney for a year or so. In my mid-20s, I lived in the UK for about 3 years. And obviously from the UK, it was a lot easier to sort of travel around a little bit of Europe, not a lot, because I didn't have super well-paying jobs, so I couldn't do as much travel as what I would like. So most of my income was spent on surviving. But again, it was just so fantastic, and I just have such fond memories of being able to sort of do those sorts of things and to see that and experience that. So I would definitely encourage you to do lots of traveling if you can. Yes. Oh, Tayshawn, your mocks are just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Yes. So yeah, our climate is quite hot. I'm not going to lie. It does get up there, but also it depends on when you come to visit. So my sister lives in the UK, and quite often if her and my niece and nephew come over to visit, is that they'll come over in April at Easter time. So it's heading into their spring and it's after their winter, but it is our autumn. So again, it just sort of depends on when you come over. It's also just worthwhile keeping in mind that while just about everywhere in the UK that I was aware of had central heating, in Australia we don't really have central heating, but everywhere has air conditioning. So I think that that's sort of like the opposite thing as well, is if you are going to be here during summertime, then it's just a matter of making sure that you're somewhere where there's air conditioning. And of course, it's then just a matter of, going from there. You will probably find that our winters would be very mild for you as well. So while you do have lots of sort of heat to deal with, it also means that then you will get all the sort of sunshine and everything for going to the beach and hanging out outdoors and all of that sort of stuff. And we don't really have much snow to speak of. So you'll probably find, I know that when I moved back from the UK, my first winter in Perth after moving back from the UK, I spent most of it in jeans and a t-shirt. And everybody else kept on saying to me, aren't you cold? Aren't you cold? And I was like, no, this is like a normal day in the UK. What are you talking about? So I think that you do sort of adjust and acclimatise to the conditions a little bit to an extent. So, yeah, so I'm sure when you're ready to do a bit of travelling, just make sure that you have a look and do a little bit of research and figure out where to go at what time of the year and those sorts of things. Melbourne is really beautiful, and because that's sort of further south than, say, Perth, on our latitude, is that then their climate is usually a little bit more mild as well. And then, figure it out from there. And if you've got an auntie close to Perth, then obviously that would be a fantastic opportunity to go and stay with a family member when you have the chance. It's always good fun to be able to hang out with people that you know a little bit when you're in a different country, that can sort of point you in the right direction and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, that would be amazing. Cool, great. Thanks for stopping by, Tayshawn. It's really great to have you here. Yes, some people cope better with the heat than others, definitely brickish. But again, I also think that it does sort of depend on what you sort of get used to as well. So I'm sort of at that stage where I sort of go, I actually don't mind the summertime that much here in Perth. And it's only really hot for well, super hot really for a month maybe. We don't get heat waves that last that long, although that probably sounds like they do last for ages. Now that I've said that out loud. Usually around Christmas time is when it gets super hot. And Christmas and New Year. But again, I also find that with Perth, because we're on the coast, we usually get like a bit of a sea breeze that kicks in at sort of dinner time. So usually at about 5 or 6 o'clock is that the sea breeze will come in, and then it sort of helps to cool everything down. It's not very often that we don't get the evening sea breeze. So that sort of makes a little bit of a difference as well, I think. So yes, it does all just sort of depend on what's happening and how people feel with things. And we are really loving the idea of a mini doll CMF. I know that that's something that Ellie V has been talking about for ages as well, is that she has quite regularly hinted at the fact that we should be having a mini doll CMF series. And I think it will be interesting to see how things go as well with the Friends line as well, I guess, in the future, because if they're getting like bigger sets now and more sets, because that's the other thing that I've noticed as well, is that the number of sets that we're getting for the Friends line has also increased, is that then Lego might start to think about whether or not they want to do a CMF series. And if they do, hopefully we can get that exclusive mini doll that was released in Poland. That none of us mini doll fanatics can get hold of. So that would be lovely. I am actually probably going to have to do some research to figure out how I can get hold of that mini doll. So yeah, and I think that that's the whole thing, isn't it? You know, nobody's expecting everyone to like everything. You know, we're all unique. We all have different tastes. But I definitely think that there's enough mini doll fans out there in order to at least consider making a mini doll CMF range. So potentially, hopefully one day, that would be fantastic. We can only live in hope and put these ideas out into the universe and see if Lego will hear our potential wishes. And I think, obviously, probably what it comes down to is whether or not Lego thinks that it's going to be worthwhile. If they think that they can make some money off it, then they probably will. Yes, oh yes, Mama's Bricks. And Pocahontas. We desperately want a Pocahontas. I am still I'm just wary as to whether or not Lego is ever going to do a Pocahontas, because maybe they don't want to, you know, upset the Indigenous people in North America by creating a mini doll from that character. I don't know whether or not there's been controversy about that as an issue. However, so I don't know, I don't know whether or not that's going to happen or not. I would love to be able to have a Pocahontas though. And once again, much like a mini doll for River, I am also considering making my own Pocahontas mini doll. I know that Claire from the promotion, she's also made a Pocahontas mini doll, so I was thinking whether or not I should make an attempt to make one myself as well. But then I think of that experience that I had with Aladdin and that I'd spend ages making this mini doll, and then Lego release the fact that we're going to make an official Pocahontas now. It was just one of those things. So just still remember looking at my Aladdin, and I was thinking to myself, I'm so proud that I've made my Aladdin, and I've got such a good range of parts, and I really like the way that he looks. And then when I saw the official images of their official Aladdin, I was like, oh, my Aladdin is not as good as the official one. I thought I still have got my custom Aladdin mini doll, but I just remember being quite devastated by that. And so when that happened with Claire and Tiana, I just absolutely felt for her as well. I was just sort of like going, oh my gosh, patiently waiting for the Tiana mini doll. Amy and I have been talking about Tiana and Pocahontas for years and years and years. And it would also even be nice to get more mini dolls of some of the characters that we've only got one of. Like, we only ever got one Merida. We've now got 2 Moulins. So it would be nice to get another Merida and even another Snow White as well. Hi, Doc. It's lovely to have you here, mate. It's great that you've decided to stop in and see me ramble on in my second ever live stream. So I hope you're doing well. I saw you in the chat in Mr. Hinkle's stream last night, although I think I may have ended up falling asleep during that because that was midnight my time when I stopped in to say hello to you all. So I have a funny feeling that may end up being a little bit of a trend, and I'm not too sure whether or not I can tell Kevin that, because I think that might end up being a little bit insulting if I say your stream puts me to sleep because it's so relaxing. I'm not sure if that's going to be the best thing to say, but yeah, I do enjoy watching the drawing streams. I know that Matt from Family Bricks, he has one, I think, later today, which is going to be, I think, at 3 o'clock in the morning my time. So I will most definitely be fast asleep for that. So unfortunately, I won't get to see that. Yes. And by a waterfall, yes, definitely. Yes, it would be fantastic if we could get Pocahontas with a little raccoon. I think that would be adorable. I know that we sort of got a little bit of a raccoon character when we got the Whisker Haven characters, but that little raccoon character was very bright blue. So it would be nice to get more of like a little grey raccoon, like closer to what was in the film. So... So, yeah. Yes, we can all live in hope for a Pocahontas. Yes, that's going to be my excuse, the time difference. A long week at work and the time difference and the soothing dulcet tones of Kevin's voice just sent me to sleep. I did see the very dramatic building of the Lego back catalogue, which was particularly challenging. So I thought that was quite good fun. Oh yes, we definitely have to have a little bird for Pocahontas as well, definitely. See, we are just creating the entire Pocahontas set just in this chat. Lego just needs to, do it. They just need to give us a Pocahontas. We all want one. We all deserve a lovely Pocahontas. She's a beautiful princess. So, yes. So, Corne, you've asked what sort of my wish list set would be. So I am going to chuck that comment out to all of you as well. Do you guys have any particular set that is a dream set for you? Doesn't have to be Friends related. It can be whatever. Again, you know, it would be nice to, let us know what sort of ideas you have around what sort of set that you're after. I think, an Australian set would be great. I really enjoyed all the jungle theme sets from the Friends and even the marine rescue sets that we got last year. So I would absolutely love to see more like nature-based sets from the Friends line. And that's an interesting little piece. A 2x4 tile with a double jumper. Has anyone seen that part before? Or is this just new in a Friends set? I don't think I've ever seen that part before. I've seen them as like 1x whatevers with the double jumper, but not as a 2x whatever. So that's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. A Eurovision set would be fantastic. I also really enjoyed like the Livy Popstar range. I thought that was an absolutely fantastic sub theme. And it would be really nice to sort of get more of like a, pop star stuff, DJ stuff happening. And that's one of the reasons why I would really like to see Andrea's house, obviously, because I think that then that would be really sort of cool to show as part of that. So yes, I definitely think that that would be fantastic. Oh, that part also comes in the beach house with Andrea. Oh, Corne, you're so good at remembering parts. I've built the beach house with Andrea and I don't even remember seeing that part. Mind you, I was streaming at the time, so I probably got myself a little bit lost. A Stargate Atlantis set would be epic, says Brett's Build. Yes, I think that would be awesome as well. I don't know that much about Stargate Atlantis, but it sounds like it would be something of interest. I think that would be something that could be done really well. Definitely. So let's see where we're up to. Got one lounger. And so what else has been going on with everyone? We're getting through there. We're getting through it. So I think that this is a little bit of a smaller set compared to last week's, or maybe slightly simpler build, because once we've gotten through these parts, we've got one bag left. So it's not going to be a 3-hour live stream like last week, which is probably going to be quite nice for everybody. But how do I put these in? Right, cool. And then we have our little lounge chairs on the back here, which is kind of cool. So that's looking really nice now. And an architecture set based on Amsterdam. Yes, I think that would definitely be a possibility. I would think. I think it would be crazy for Lego not to sort of do those, especially those skyline sets, like of the cityscape, for as many countries as they can. I think that would be really good. I think, did we end up one with the Sydney Opera House? Is that something that I am remembering accurately, or have I just invented that in my mind? Obviously, the architecture sets is not something that I am super familiar with, so I'll have to throw it out to you guys to tell me if that exists or not. I'll defer. Oh, Lego girl. Oh, LG. Yeah. Oh, have you made a mini doll, a Pocahontas mini doll? Have you posted that on your channel? Or is that just a secret version for yourself? I really thought that your Disney fairies were absolutely spectacular. And then was it, I always mispronounce her name as well. Was it Alandra that you made as well? Alana? That character? Because she looked absolutely phenomenal as well. You do such amazing things with mini doll repaints. And I will also, Courtney, need to double check that Claire from Brick Emotion did actually leave all the Discord server information in her most recent video, because I definitely want to get onto the mini doll Discord with you both. So, but I think I need an invitation or something. I'm not too sure how that sort of works. I'm just sounding like a very confused person today, aren't I? I don't know how anything works at all with anything. Oh, dear. So, oh, yes, big opera house and a skyline set of Sydney, yes. Yes, I agree. We all are in agreement that Pocahontas definitely needs to become an official mini doll. Elena, yes, that's right. Yes, excellent. Okay, oh, fantastic. Yes, please, Corny, that would be marvellous. Absolutely fantastic. I'll try and remember to double check that once I finish live streaming. As I sound even more confused and bamboozled by life once again. But how awesome is this boat looking now? We've still got one more bag to go. But it looks very, like, sleek. I don't have any of my other friends' boats here with me because they're all back in my Lego City and the other house. So I can't do a comparison, but yeah, this looks very definitely like a party boat, funnily enough. So no surprises there at all. And I'll also say in the comments as well, if anybody else is interested in joining into Brick Emotion's Discord server. So if any of you have a Discord and you are a mini doll fan, Claire has set up a mini doll Discord. So I have been meaning to join for ages, but it took me quite a while to get onto Discord. And I am on Sarah Star Bricks' Discord, and I know Atiz you are as well if you're still in the chat. So just letting any of you guys know, particularly if you like the Brick Emotion videos. Obviously, she does really fantastic mini doll repaints as well. That seems to be her sort of wheelhouse. I think that she's been doing it for quite a long time. I know that she's been a huge inspiration to me for doing mini doll repaints as well. So it's always nice to be able to support other channels, even if they are, you know, bigger channels. It's still nice to show support and, you know, that sort of stuff for them, particularly when they're doing something a little bit different or something a little bit new. So, yeah, definitely. Yes, Brickish agrees. It is a, that it's a cool little boat. Yes, I'll do my best to remember to double check my Instagram after this. So, yeah, and Brickish is on Sarah's Discord as well. So again, for any of you who are interested in being on Discord, definitely go and check out Sarah Star Bricks' channel. She does do a lot of live streaming. I know that she's live streamed a lot of the Harry Potter sets, and she's also done a couple of streams with the Strangerville? Yes, Strangerville set as well. So I think that she had to do that in a few different sessions too. So again, it's nice to be able to connect in with other Lego fans and AFOLs and TFOLs and all of that sort of stuff in different forums as well, to be able to have chats about Lego. I know that's been brilliant for me. It's been so nice to be able to meet other people who love chatting about Lego and discussing, you know, our hobby with each other. So particularly because this sounds kind of horrible, but it's not. It is just quite funny as to how, you know, my family interact with each other. But I have literally been banned by my brother and my mum from talking too much about Lego. My mum puts up with it a little bit more than what my brother does, but if I start saying too much about Lego, he sort of starts to roll his eyes and say, "You've been banned from talking about Lego," in the way that big brothers do. So, you know, it's all in fun. But I think that that's why I enjoy, you know, being able to talk to you guys on YouTube and now through live streaming and a little bit on Discord as well. I do have to get a bit more into the habit of popping into the Discord servers, but I think I've been doing okay. I'm also not super brilliant with Instagram either, so I seem to go a little bit ad hoc as to when I post on that. But that's okay. You know, we all just do what we can in order to enjoy doing our little Lego stuff. So that's all good. So it looks like we might be building up like the little, I don't know, driving area. I don't know what this area is called on a boat. Is it the cockpit or is it something else? And I don't, oh, maybe I've done this backwards already. Oops, I think I have. Have I? Yes, I have. I've gone upside down. It's slightly different underneath. Oops. Of course. Of course it has to be, because in any of my real-time builds, I usually make at least one mistake and have to take things apart and put them back together again, which I guess is just another one of the reasons why Lego is the hobby for me, because that's one of the brilliant things about Lego is that we can put things together and take them apart. Oh, the bridge. Excellent. Yes, that sounds about right. I know that that's what they call it for spaceships as well, don't they? I guess that's probably why they call them ships. Right, that little bit is in there properly. Cool. You can talk to other peeps about stuff that you enjoy without annoying everyone. Yes, I completely agree, Brickish. Completely. And then Brett doesn't care. He just talks to everyone and annoys them regardless. But the good news is, Brett, that you don't annoy us with your Lego talk. We welcome your Lego talk. We look forward to hearing your Lego talk. Okay, all right. Okay, so then this pops in here. Oh, is that right? No, it pops in. Oh. Oh, no, I had it right the first time, I think. Did I? Oh, yes. No, I did. I did have it right the first time. Yeah, no. Okay, I might just try and do it backwards then instead. So, no. And then the other thing that's also been quite funny is that now that I've started to get into Lego trains, is that now I'm going to start annoying my family, not only with Lego talk, but also with train talk. So that's definitely going to be a little bit of a slippery slope, I think, with them. I'm sure that they're going to be thinking to themselves that I've got some strange little hobbies, but in a good way, you know. I think that Lego is a fantastic hobby. And I think that, you know, like what we were saying earlier as well, is that we do have such a lovely community as well. And I think that we just do our best to try and support each other. And, you know, I know that I make a decent effort to try and watch as many Lego videos as I can, and, you know, make sure that newer people to the community feel really welcomed and supported as well. And, you know, and even I think during our last stream as well, some of the stuff that we were talking about, you know, just about having each other's backs and looking out for each other, and, you know, making sure that we, you know, appreciate how you know, it is really nice to be able to put ourselves out there into the Lego community. But I also think that we've got to recognise that with that comes, you know, a few like little concerns and that sort of stuff too. And so I just sort of think that it's nice to see how we sort of watch out for each other and make sure that, you know, all of that's happening. So I'm not too sure how these, are these supposed to go on like that? This picture isn't very clear. I think I like them like that. Okay. Cool. Yes, exactly, Brett. I love to be able to Lego rant forever as well. It's brilliant. Nobody tells me that I need to shut up about Lego on here, so that's always a good thing. Oops. Oh, Corne, you are going to have to go and take a look at Lego Girl's channel. She's made all the Lego fairies. It would be amazing to get an official mini doll Tinkerbell. I think that she would look so gorgeous as a mini doll. I think that that's probably one of the rare occasions where I really don't think that a minifigure does that character justice. I think that she sort of doesn't really look as cute as a minifigure. I think that she would look so much more gorgeous as a mini doll, like as a fairy mini doll. And I was just so pleased to see how well like Lego Girl made all the fairies and how close they were to all the characters. Again, I have to put my hand on my heart and be honest, I don't know that series very well, so I was just sort of looking at pictures on Google and then watching Lego Girl's video, and I was just like, oh my god, yes, that's that character and that's that character, and I can see exactly who this is supposed to be. And I think that it would be so nice to be able to get more mini dolls as Disney characters, more Disney characters as mini dolls outside of just the princesses. No, that's not in the right spot. Oops. Mum's Bricks is agreeing, yes. Yes, definitely too blocky. Hello, Mia y Tornado. It's so nice to have you here. I haven't seen you comment in my stream before, so welcome along. It's great. It's fantastic. Oh, no, that's okay, Amy. That's fine. I know that you guys have been quite busy over there with everything that's been happening, and it's just lovely that you stopped by for a little while. We're definitely getting closer to the end of the party boat build, but as always, the closer to the end of the build I get, the more mistakes I'm making. So that's how we're sort of going at the moment. But we don't have that much more to go today, so no need to apologise. Obviously, real world and life comes first, and my videos come later. And I know that you've been here for ages as well, supporting my channel, so it's all good. We were talking about going to the official Hogwarts Wizarding World, though, a little bit earlier, a lot earlier, and I know that you've been there a couple of times, and that's one of my dream locations, is to go and be able to experience that for myself. So talking a little bit about the Disney train, yes. I'm so pleased that I was able to get hold of the Disney train. That has definitely been one of my favourite builds. I do still need to power it up though. That's one of the sad things that I haven't been able to get to just yet. But no doubt in time that will happen. Definitely before my next city update video. So that would be really nice to be able to get that happening. And it's so nice to see you guys saying hello to each other in the chat, making sure that the newer people feel really welcomed as well. It's always a bit daunting writing comments and things like that, I think, for the first time to a new channel. I still get like that, and I'm, 172 years old, so we've just got to make sure that we, are nice to each other. I know that all of you guys are. Yes. So, yes, that's definitely my feelings as well. I just think that I am turning into such a train nerd, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a train nerd because it is just so fantastic to have the trains be able to go round and round. I completely agree with you. And I even think that the sound that the Lego trains make on the track is also like really nice to listen to as well. Like even without any special effects or audio added or anything like that, I just think that that's really cool. Oh, Claire. Oh, hello, Claire. It's so nice to have you here. We've been singing your praises about mini doll repainting. So we've been discussing Pocahontas repaints. We've mentioned your Tiana repaint. Lego Girl in here, she does a lot of repaints. She's done Tinkerbell and all the Lego Disney fairies. And Alana as well. And I was saying that I do really want to do my own Pocahontas repaint, but I did my Aladdin repaint, and then shortly after that, Lego launched their official Aladdin. So I'm reluctant to do another repaint because it took me hours. So yes, thanks so much for stopping by, Claire. We were also talking about your new mini doll video as well. I watched that just before I started streaming. So there's been lots of conversation about that as well with the exclusive Polish mini doll. And I really don't know how I'm going to be able to get hold of that mini doll all the way here in Australia. So I'm going to have to make Polish friends. I actually think Lord of Dragons might be Polish as well. So I might have to see what he knows about all this Polish mini doll exclusivity as well. So yes, it's great that you've stopped by, Claire. I'm really happy to have you here. And who else have we got? Yes, painting does look very hard. It's very time consuming and it's very difficult to get it right because oh yeah, no, that's okay. Because the mini dolls are so tiny, like there's not much surface area to work with at all. I did do a Captain Marvel mini doll repaint as well, which I was quite happy with. But since then I have gotten slightly better paintbrushes, like slightly finer paintbrushes. So that's one of the reasons why I was looking forward to doing a few more mini doll repaints. But I also have to do some repaints for some of my sig figs. I've got a few sig figs that I want to turn into mini dolls that I received as mini figures. So that should be quite good fun to do as well. But again, it's just finding the time to do repainting as well. Yes, we also, talked about Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon as a mini doll as well. That is still on my list, Amy. Amy, you have the patience of a saint for patiently waiting for some of my mini doll repaints. Hopefully, yes. I think I think I said this to some of you guys last time that I was streaming as well. I am hoping to sort of still do a little bit of speed building, but I'm hoping to sort of try and concentrate more on my Lego City and then doing some more like mocks and those sorts of things as well. So I do really enjoy doing the speed building, but if I do that and do the editing and the photos and all of that sort of stuff for them, then it just takes away from doing the more creative stuff, if that makes sense. So we'll see how we go. Yes, that sounds like an excellent plan, Claire. I'm all for procrastination. I think that procrastination from work with Lego is the way forward. I've also said to everyone earlier today as well that since I've been working from home, it's been fantastic to be able to catch up on lots of Lego videos and watching live streams. So, yes. So, of course, that's fine. And Amy's very happy that I've recognised the patience of a saint that she has, because you do. You will be pleased to know, though, Amy, I have been working on Lizzie's castle. So there has been a few things that have been happening behind the scenes. So that's actually coming along really nicely. I've had a little bit of inspiration around that. So it's been really cool to get a little bit more of that built. I do need, funnily enough, I do need to get more parts though, because there's a few things that I would like to do, particularly around the roof line, which I'm going to need to get a few different, more specialised parts for and stuff. Okay, oh, this is quite an interesting little speaker build. So, oh, CC's here as well. Hi, CC. How you going, mate? It's lovely to have you stop by, as always. Is this right? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, cool. Okay. I am. Yeah, I hope you're going well, CC, and you've been enjoying your Saturday morning. I noticed that you'll be streaming your Diagon Alley build at some stage. Am I missing a part? Oh, I am missing a part, but it was left in my bag. So not a big miss. Cool. Excellent. Yes, Izzy's castle is coming. Oh, did we see, Corne? You know all this stuff. You've got such a brilliant memory, and that's why it's been so nice having you in this stream and the last stream, because you get to keep me, fact check me, and make sure that what I'm saying is accurate. And I'm not getting too muddled with everything that's going on. It is quite funny in Australia, particularly when I was growing up, there was this fantastic book called The Muddle-Headed Wombat. And quite often, you know, if I'm getting a little bit nervous or whatever, you know, doing something a little bit new like live streaming, I always think to myself, oh my gosh, I'm just going like a little muddle-headed wombat at the moment. So, but that's okay. You guys are always so kind to me. So, oh, Zabadak. Oh, hello, boat. Oops. How are you going? It's lovely to have you here. We're almost actually finished building up our fantastic party boat. So we're just putting the finishing touches to the little party boat. Well, not the little party boat, the quite large and bright and colourful and fabulous party boat. So, yeah, and we've been having a good old chat about mini dolls as well. So obviously quite a few of us here are mini doll fans. So that's what we've been up to. Is this? So how are things going with you, Zabadak? Have you been doing much in your city? I think that I have been seeing a few things getting updated on Instagram. So that's been good to see. And it's really nice because we've actually got a design for our little umbrella that means that we can actually move it around. So that's really cool. Cool. So yes, that's awesome. So as I start to put my finishing touches to this, I think I may have missed a part. I might just add the dolphin to this for the meantime, since that will look really cute. And then we'll add in the microphone up here. And then that's our build finished. So yes, we do need a few ideas for next time. Unfortunately, every time Cornet makes a suggestion, it's something that I've already built. So I've actually already built the jungle rescue base and the rescue from Alpaca Mountain as well. So that's where I don't have that many Friends sets actually in my back catalogue at the moment, which is terrible, I know, especially considering that I've only just sort of started live streaming. But let's get that looking a bit better. But I think what we might try and do next time is maybe do like a multi-pack. So we might try and do a number of different sets. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So I do still have the hairdressers to build, the cafe to build, and then I've got a couple of older sets that we might end up building as well. So that then we can build all three of those at once. Oh, maybe Andrea should be standing by the microphone since she's better at singing. And then maybe we can have Emma and Ethan on the dance floor together, since I think that they kind of like each other from what I can gather. So no, yeah, we do have that umbrella piece. We've seen that quite a few times in the Friends sets. I don't think that it pops up in many other sets though. So I have a funny feeling that that's a bit more sort of unique to Friends stuff. Oh yeah, Cornet's had that. Maybe a couple of dot sets. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, what we might do is I'm not singing either. Well, what we might do is I'll have a look and we might just do a I'll have a look out and see, and I might just get maybe 3, 4, 5 different sets, and then we can just sort of possibly go from there and just pick on the evening, and then you guys can just tell me what you would like to see me build next. And then, like I said as well, I will get hold of the Disney Princess sets as well. So I already have Moana's set that I still need to build her hut, and then I'll try and get hold of the other 2. I'll wait and see how long it takes for Lego to ship the new Trolls set as well. So it might just be a little bit of a surprise. So I think that then what would be quite good fun is just let you guys pick on the evening as to what we build. And so that might just be a little bit of a pick and mix live stream. And then possibly if we then do the one after that as maybe an elf shelf build. So what I'll do is I'll get my shelf out and I'll get the sets out and I'll get some different parts out. And then we can just sort of build along and have a bit of a chat with that as well, which I think would be really good fun. So hopefully let me know if that's okay. If you think that that sort of idea would be quite good fun. I'll actually duck back into shot here as well. For those of you who didn't see my face reveal earlier, I'll try and crouch down again before we end up saying goodbye. There we go. But there we have our lovely party boat. So, which was a really good fun build. I really absolutely love this gorgeous little flamingo floaty with the little jet ski out the front. This is a really cute like little side build as well, with all the different items that we could use on the beach. And then of course the big ticket item for this set as well is our gorgeous party boat. And I do think that this is such a lovely colour palette with the teal and the dark pink. And it's really nice to see that Lego has used the orange rather than the neon coral for a colour as well. So, yeah. Yes, Amy. And then I think what would be really nice would be to try and do like a Disney princess build. So we might just do a pick and mix next time, and then we'll see how we go, so that maybe the one after that might be either the Trolls or the Elf shelf, and then possibly the one after that might be the Disney princess build. It will depend on what sets I can get hold of as well. So we'll just have to go with that and figure it out from there. But definitely I will be streaming again in another 2 weeks at the same time, which is 8 o'clock my time. But I will try and put up a reminder on YouTube so that then you know what time I'll be popping on in your time zone. So thank you so much to everyone that stopped by. It's been so lovely chatting to you all again. I hope that you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on. Again, it will be really nice, hopefully over the next sort of few live streams, to get a few guests on. So it would be really lovely to have a few people stop by and either build with me, or we could have a chat about mini dolls or whatever we want to do. So just keep that in mind as well. I would absolutely love to be able to do that. I am trying to just sort of ease myself into live streaming as well. I have heard from a few people that have been live streaming for a while that it can get a little bit tricky to host and build and all of those sorts of things as well. So I don't think that I'm going to be going mad with the guests to start with. It might just be one at a time until I get the hang of things a bit more. I have tried to remember tonight to actually post the comments that we're discussing up on the screen. So I think I did that better this time. And it also seems like my webcam behaved itself a little bit better as well, with not staying out of focus too much either. So yeah, it's been fantastic having you here. I will say goodbye to you all and thank you all for stopping by. And also feel free to give this video a like if you've enjoyed watching it as well. It then just means that that gives me a little bit of feedback that you've been enjoying watching live streaming, particularly about mini dolls and Friends sets, because I don't think that there's very many people that have been streaming about Friends and that sort of stuff. So yes, and for those of you who were first-time viewers as well today, it'd be great to see you again. So feel free to stop by and say hello. I do try and reply to as many comments as I can. Sometimes they do get a little bit lost on YouTube. So sometimes they won't show up on my phone, but they will show up on my laptop or vice versa. But I do make my effort to get to know you all as well. And as you can probably tell, I do try and stop by and watch as many of your videos as well. And I will also say that I definitely need to learn how to connect my smart TV to my phone so I can watch, like, and comment on videos that I'm watching on my smart TV without having to go into my YouTube app on my phone to figure out how to do that. So yes, thanks all for stopping by. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays as well. I hope you have lovely weekends and, you know, stay safe and look after yourselves as well. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.